down, smoking high, I am not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down.
Good day people. So today we're on the Matiz. I took it from the MOT and it failed. It failed on the subframe bush, offside. So we gotta get that done. So the plan is to keep the subframe on the car and just try and lower, well, the front end of it just down enough so I can replace the bushes. It failed on the offside rear, but I'm going to replace them both while I've got it down, just enough to get them out. I'm hoping I can do it with it still on the car with everything else connected. I really don't want to be taking the whole lot off, but I might have to. It'll be the first time I've ever done one on the Matiz, so it's going to be some fun. The parts have been ordered. They should be in the next couple of days, but this video is going to just be removing them, I think. Well, I might just do it on the end of the video, put them back in, don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, on the UK MOT thing, you have 10 days to get the car back in for a free retest. I have 8 days left, a couple of days for the parts to come in, so I'm hoping I should have a good 3 days play if else goes wrong, fingers crossed, but it shouldn't do. So yeah, switch around, let's get started. So it's these bushes what I've got. Big one in here and the one on the other side as well. So we need to have a look, see what we're going to have to take off, because all I want to do is lower this side down just enough, just so I can get the bushes out and put the new ones in, because I don't want to take it all off. So yeah, let's see what we're going to take off. So, near side, passenger side. So far, what I've had to do is undo the handbrake cable from the body. So here, 10mm. That bolts on there. And there's one there, right here. 10mm. Just done that. Undone that so the cable will move out of the way of this bolt here. Right, so these bolts here are 17mm. You got one this side with the bolt, and the nut is up there. Let's see if I can get this in. Up there. Right, you can't get a socket in that side as it's too bastard tight, so I've had to use a 17mm ring spanner and just stick it up there, put it on, hold it, use a breaker bar to start off with on the 17 bolt this side, break it, then I can put my ratchet on and ratchet it off. I've left the bolt through, I've just took the nut off. This is the nut here. So I've took the nut off this side, I've left the bar through at the minute. I'm going to undo the next side, then we'll go from there. So I've got both nuts off. All I've got to do now is pull the bolts out. Down there, socket down there. So I've got to pull both bolts out. So before I pull both bolts out, jack up just on the back axle there. Just hold the axle up for when I pull the bolts out. So I've jacked it up just slightly, just before the body starts to lift, so it takes the pressure off the bolts. So I'll pull the bolts out now and see what happens. So all I've done is lower the jack slightly, just kept lowering it, then tapping with an hammer, yeah, both sides till it drops out. Just be careful when you are lowering it you don't stretch your brake cables or your brake lines. So yeah, now both sides are out. Should be enough to get these rubbers out anyway. So the next thing is try and work out how to get them out. So I'll have a play, see what I come up with, and yeah, we'll work out how to get them out. So finally got it out, well, most of it. So I tried using that, we're putting a threaded bolt straight through this side to try and force it out the other side by bolting it. Would not do it, as this here there's nothing to grip on the other side to pull it through. So what I have done is use the wooden drill bit and drill through the rubber. Just kept drilling a load of holes all around the rubber. So that was in there like that, but it come out the other side. Just kept drilling holes all the way around the rubber. Used a flat screwdriver all the way around. Just kept forcing the rubber around. Then in the end, when I got most of the rubber all drilled out, I just tapped the centre straight through. So all that's left now is the metal outer casing. What was around that. So what I'm going to do now is use a flat screwdriver and just knock this flat metal bit in. Just get this out. So there we go. All I've done, bent some of the top over like that, put the screwdriver underneath, just tapped it through. That's what I'm doing now, is just try and do this on camera. Yeah, there we go. So one metal case out with no damage. One out. One to go. Just the other side to go. And that's with the axle still on. So bonus. What I have done is I put some ramps underneath the back, so I've only got 2 axle stands. So I've got another set of axle stands just to prop the back up, just hold it up, so I'm not putting no pressure on my lines. So yeah, that's all I've done. I left the trolley jack underneath as well, just to hold it up. So yeah, I think that's going to be the best way, is drill the rubber out and tap the metal out. So let's get on with the other side. So like I said, all I'm doing is drilling out the rubber. All I'm going to do, all the way down. So I'll do a load of holes and I'll be back. So a lot of drilling and a lot of digging out with a flat screwdriver, just digging out all the rubber all the way around. Most of it, all I'm doing now is knocking it out. It's coming. Let me just put you down. So, like I said, after digging all the rubber out and everything, well, most of it, all I'm down to is knocking it. So when you're knocking it, you want to be holding the subframe. You don't want the subframe moving. Yeah, and it's that. Okay, at that. Alright, so see all the holes? I dug out most of the rubber as well. So yeah, that's to get them out. And what I've got to do now is get the metal casing out. So, like the other side, you'll see the little gap in between them. You want to just tap in between them with the screwdriver. If you can see that coming up. Start going under. Let's see. So we get in there. It's coming. Go. And that's the metal plate. There we go, one metal plate. What goes around your rubber out. So that's them out. Bonus. So all I've got to do now is wait for the new ones. So there we go. Subframe bushes out. I say the best way to do, drill it out, drill the rubbers, pick as much rubber out as you can, then just tap them through with the hammer till they pop out. You use a flat screwdriver underneath just to tap these out. Metal plates all around the outside of it, so you tap them out, then it's just fitting the new ones. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Got them out, bonus. The only way I could find of doing it, couldn't pull them through. There's just enough room to put your clamp on, just to hold it to pull them. So yeah, soon I found out it was easy to just drill them out with a wood drill bit, all the rubber, pick all the rubber out and just knock it through. It took a matter of what, 15 minutes if that, to get the other side out. So yeah, pretty quick really. And that's without even taking all the axle off neither. I ain't disconnected none of the brake lines, nothing. Like I say, I've just put axles underneath to hold the rear up and used the jack in the middle of the axle just to hold it up slightly. So just take the weight off the brake lines, just take the weight off them so that they're not forcing them down. So yeah, so bonus. Next video will be replacing them. Just gotta wait for the parts to turn up and that. To put them back in, I should be able to actually use a threaded bolt and that with big washers on to actually pull them through. So we'll give it a go, see if it works. So yeah, stay safe, I'll see you next time.